Oh, just in time. Ooh.
What?
Oh, we're going. Okay. No, there was no music. Ah, SD.
Oh, that's on the yeah.
I know. I was like, da 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 da. Oh, hey, everybody. It is Thursday night. And you know what that means. You've got to put up with us, knuckleheads at Comics Podcast. This evening, we're going to switch it up a little bit. As you can see, it's just me and the oh so handsome Ash. We're going to have ourselves just a little intimate night, just chatting with each other, just being nerds and enjoying all the stuff that we talk about here on the show. We're going to fire some questions back and forth at each other so we can just basically do what we love to do, which is talk about all the shit we loved as kids.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
normally, we're like, shout out to everyone who's watching. Shout out to everybody who's watching the live now. Shout out to any new subscribers. And please comment, follow. We're here every Thursday. We do our best to start at 9, but as you can see, it'd be like that sometimes. For all of those who are normally tuning in, we appreciate you so much, and we're so glad you're here. And to any new people, welcome, welcome. Ash, you already took your lucky shot. Do you want to start us off with the energy of this?
The energy of the show is basically going to be, I have two topics. That one has to do with it has to do with Vince McMahon and the allegations. And two, the second thing I would like to get, well, let's make it the first. Have you heard the term blurred?
Of course.
And what are your feelings on that?
About being a black nerd?
Yeah.
I think with that.
No, of the term itself, not of being a black nerd, of the word blurred.
I mean, I never really. It's not a bad question. I never really thought about it before. I guess if I was really thinking about it, I would say nerddom has its own set of struggles and so on, but being a black nerd adds level a little bit. I feel like our experience as black nerds is probably drastically different from other nerd categories because there's our own community where it's just so bad to be a nerd. and such a huge shifting of that, especially after the pandemic when people were allowed to just sit around and finally self-indulge in what we love and then could remember all the things that made us happy before we were working like racehorses.
So you feel maybe people kind of maybe found themselves more because it wasn't so like the world's going to judge you.
Definitely. Okay. When you're in your house and you've got nothing but free time, and then you've got all these streaming apps, like just to throw it out, because of Disney Plus, I was able to rewatch Gargoyles from beginning to end, and it was just like, oh my gosh. It was so great. I forgot how much I love the show. And so I was just like, man, so good.
I think I saw the first season of Gargoyles, and then that was when Nirvana, blah blah blah, like it wasn't cool to watch cartoons anymore. It wasn't blah blah blah. I hated that because although I found a lot of good music and a lot of things that I love today, which I have become that guy that's like, there was no era like there was Biggie, Nirvana, Marilyn Manson, Nine Inch Nails, down to like
you had to be there.
Blues Traveler and all at the same time.
Boogie and the Blowfish.
Boogie and the Blowfish. The other one that was like cool, that's not cool anymore. Dave Matthews. Not that it's not cool, it just wasn't Dave Matthews the way it was in the 90s.
When he made crack.
Anyway, I become that guy.
Yeah.
But anyway, as far as the term, I feel like it's just another thing that kind of when we go to Comic-Con, it doesn't matter what the fuck you look like. We're all there to get whatever the fuck you want, right? Like I'm there for some people are there for anime, some people are there for whatever. I might not collect comic books, but I might get hoodies or I might get whatever, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just feel like the term is like it just takes us away
Mm.
from the overall us. Overall, when we're, like I said, we're fucking when you're cosplaying, you're taking pictures with everybody. It doesn't really matter. I just feel like it's a term that like kind of pulls everything away. You know what I mean? Like it makes it a special group that, and I don't want to say that it didn't need to be, because what you just expressed was beautiful. Like, yeah, like I'm sure white nerds got their ass kicked, but it's even more less cool because there's so many cool things have been generated by our culture that it's like, oh, like the other cultures try to mimic it, or they try to whatever. I'm
Yeah.
trying to be as PC as possible with everything I'm saying.
We can tell. We can tell.
The funniest thing about The Office was the funniest thing about The Office is that, well, not the funniest, but a funny line from The Office was that we got to get the black people in here to do it, to bring in the white people, and then kick out the white people, kick out the black
Out the black
people.
people and just
It was just like such a real line, like a real like, you're gonna tell us what's cool, and then we're gonna make it, general public. Anyway, so yeah, there was one of those. Yeah, I'm a waiter. Yeah, I'm a this, I'm a that, and there was one that was, yeah, I'm a blurred.
Yeah, I'm a blurred. I saw that one.
Yeah, yeah, and that's how it's kind of like, oh, why
You
can't we just be nerds?
must have never been discriminated on at a con. You must not have experienced that.
The only time I've been, no, I have, for being a guy, because again, it was a lot to take. So there was Psylocke with a thong in her ass.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I like the comic book,
Yes.
like, oh
They
shit,
go there. They go there.
you're fucking amazingly hot, and you're wearing that. So at first, it took me a while to like be the like, oh, that's cool, and then move on, because it was like a straight man's paradise for a second. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I have comic books in my hand and thongs over there. Anyway,
Nice.
but yeah, it's not. But I don't want to. I don't know if you want to bring anything up so far as personal, but is there kind of a discrimination thing happening with it, or?
Oh, I am a plus size black woman, so the answer is yes. I mean, there's characters we're not supposed to do because we got a body that looks like this, or there's characters that you didn't do it right because you're black and you didn't do the contacts and you kept your regular brown eyes instead of getting this, and you didn't do it. It's just, there's always going to be haters. There's always haters, but there definitely was a huge wave where specific people were discriminated on in that world. It's gotten a lot better. Definitely has gotten a lot better because they had no choice. It brought cosplaying and going to cons, things like that. It just brings back a spark for people, and you can't have it to yourself forever. Sorry. So we all in there now, and you could tell by the fact that they've extended it to anime when it used to be more exclusive than that. So it's like they recognize that this is a thing now. This is a legit wave, and we all right.
Even the comedian Bill Burr doesn't like, he says he doesn't like Star Wars stuff, but then all of a sudden he's in Star Wars, so he watched whatever. He said that he got into anime because of COVID, and there was nothing else to watch, and all of a sudden he's into like Attack on Titans, and like not the hardcore ones that you guys know, but
in Jujutsu Kaisen and Attack on Titan, and deciding to go down the One Piece road. And now
he started off with one. Yeah, he started off with that.
And now we're all watching Ashley. Bing, bong, bong, bing, bong,
I agree. But okay, so you asked me that. I haven't been discriminated at a con, but I would say there are comments like, oh, it's Black Batman. Oh, it's black version of blah blah blah. Like,
right? You see it.
Right?
You see
yeah, I know what you mean. But I mean, you can't. I guess DC and Marvel, whatever. But there is a black Superman now. There is a black whatever, like, or
Mm-hmm.
Asian, whatever the situation is, but at different Earths and stuff like that. But yeah, I guess I not at a con, but at a like just life, like just at a Halloween party, basically.
On your
You are the
pictures on
version of
social
that.
media, you get the shade on social media.
Yeah.
Blah blah's not that size. Like, yeah, thanks. We know. Thanks. Thank you.
Well, I mean, too, when Gal Gadot was playing Wonder Woman, it was
Reverse,
TikTok for
reverse is just as true. No
yeah.
shade to the slimmers. The slim.
No. Yeah. I more meant it
Yeah.
was she didn't have Linda Carter or the
Oh,
comic book.
see,
Yeah.
petite,
Like
slimmer, and
bullshit.
it's like there's always going to be discrimination at the polls. If you don't fit
It's
the
it's
ideal in their brain,
but it's weird though because B movies fit the mold, but they're horrible actors. They're
yeah.
just models that chose to act with like commercial experience or
Mhm.
whatever the so yeah, I kind of heard that I saw that that TikTok and I was like, okay,
Mm,
it
definitely.
just didn't hit my ear right. But you're right in that
But
it
I
might
can
be
see
stuff I haven't experienced.
I
One
can
more
see
time.
where you're coming from because it is way more homogenous now.
Yeah.
Definitely more homogenous of a community now. Just an overall embracing of your nerd has
Yeah.
revved up in lots of people, and it's kind of cool to see.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool
We
to
all
see.
got our ass kicked. We all and
Okay,
then now it's cool, so like whatever. And it's
I didn't
funny
get my,
because like
I didn't get my ass kicked, but I'm rooting for y'all.
oh, it's the only reason I'm funny is that I it kept me out of a lot of ass whippings.
I can imagine
Um
a quick joke will
yeah,
turn the energy real quick.
absolutely. Uh
That's some real shit.
it really was. It was just like being I wasn't in their group, but I was friends with them enough where I'm not gonna get my ass kicked. Or if I did, it was this. Your big
Quick
brother kicking
snacks.
your ass. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
quick snacks.
Yeah. Yeah, so I just wanted to and there's not a lot of room for opportunity so such as this to do art because usually we have things in line to talk about.
Oh, we got a couple things we can talk about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because
All right,
what
my
the hell is going on in the WWE? Vince McMahon
well,
did what?
there's allegations. I mean, there's a referee. By the
Mm.
way, everything I'm about to say is an allegation.
Allegation.
We're discussing it as the
Spectators.
topics that are coming up within Instagram and however you get your news. It was there was an allegation that there was sex trafficking.
Mm.
Uh, it's really weird. Hmm. It's really weird in that there's people that are paid off and then they're coming out, which I don't. In my weird ass head, I was like, okay, is he gonna sue them for even bringing it up because as it
Mm.
was wrong, but they were paid off and this and like the whole thing is just bad, and there are victims and that's horrible.
Mm.
And now a name such as Brock Lesnar has been brought up,
Oh,
which
I did not see that. What?
yeah,
Oh, dear.
um, it an
Oh,
there was
shit.
an allegation that a video was put together. Vince McMahon wanted to keep Brock Lesnar signed.
Uh-huh.
So I will use the word content because I'm not sure if it was a video or if she got sent over there to go him. So we'll go with content was put together for him to sign. It doesn't make sense because porn is fucking free. So
It's everywhere.
whatever. Yeah.
Oh,
Like us.
gosh.
We're everywhere.
We're everywhere. Damn.
We're just less sticky. But it's
No,
I'll get your so with the allegations
There's some
of
outrageous
one
accusations coming out.
one more time.
I said these are some very outrageous allegations,
Yes.
accusations coming out. Some of the stuff I'm reading, I'm like, I can't have read that right. That can't possibly be what actually happened.
I want to say things were done through business and it's in the eye of today's world, but that's no excuse for it happening in the first place.
Mm,
Do you get what I mean?
of course.
Uh, uh, boning somebody and saying like, "Hey, here's fucking $1 million, don't say anything," like might have been accepted 95 or however 80s or whatever. But I mean,
Unacceptable anytime. Get out of here.
yeah, it's unacceptable at any time. But at one time it was acceptable to hit women. Not, I'm not. Again, it's. I'm not yelling about how good of a time I had. I never hit a woman in my
I'm not
life.
saying I enjoyed doing it. I'm just saying that's the way it was.
I'm all pouring powder. Like, it was such a good time.
I don't want to slap you. What society
Not
says
at
I
all.
must.
Not at all. Not at all. Also, it was a time of that other stuff that we talked about, where that was acceptable, which none of it should be. But I feel too, it definitely, your legacy is gone as far as Vince McMahon. It's probably going to even get to the point where they can't even bring up his name on their shows, or I don't even know if it could be in 30 years people will forget and be like, "Hey, by the way, here's a statue." You know what I mean? What are your thoughts on the allegations?
I mean, we've been making jokes about what's been going on behind the scenes in the WWE for how old? I'm like, how old am I now? I started watching wrestling when I was like 5. And the craziness has been around for a long time. And I remember lots of memes and jokes about Vince McMahon and scumbag behavior. But if any of what I have been reading is true, it's just like, why? Like, what? You were already making so much money. You could sleep with whoever you want. Like, there's plenty of women and men and everything in between out there that is willing to have a good time for not even money, just for having the good time. What in the entire fuck was all of this about? What's it for? Like, it's like you had no need for this. You had a big ass industry that you had dominated in for like 30 years. Like, you were fine. What the fuck is all this about? Any of it is true.
I don't know. I mean,
under the jail. Like, if any of that, if what I read about what happened to that girl is right under the prison, where you need to
go. It's Hulk Hogan was my childhood. It was him winning for like 8 fucking years, and it was like, now I watch wrestling and I was like, God damn, this guy Roman Reigns has won for the last fucking 4 years. Like, I'm out. Like, I love him as a character, but I'm getting bored of him just winning. Right. But when I was a kid, it's like watching any hero beat the bad guy over and over and over. And all you do is want to see that. And now it's whatever. But Hulk Hogan is my childhood. After the sex tape and the N-word stuff, I was like, I don't even. Oh, cool, he's there. I'll never buy a fucking Hulk Hogan shirt. Well, those are not my color schemes anyway, red and yellow. But
no, not the best color combo.
No, but there's a black shirt and it has the writing on it, and just, I don't know. It's I don't look at him with my child eyes anymore.
I can't think about Hulk Hogan without seeing that meme where he's spray painting the side of the truck. Oh,
it's the NWO with the
NWO, but they stop it at the line.
Yeah.
That's him now.
And then he's a born again. We're getting off the rails with this, but yeah, it's like that with me, where now when I see Hogan, let me tell you, if I saw Stone Cold right now, I would probably shut the fuck up and just be like, I would be like Chris Farley when that skit where he's like, "You remember when you were in the Beatles? That was awesome." Like, I would be that. Like, I would be like, bring up generic shit that, like, yeah, bro, what's your question?
A question for me?
Yeah, exactly.
That was awesome.
You were in the Beatles. But Hogan, I wouldn't be like, "What's up, dog?" But I just, oh, he's there. I'm not gonna wait in line. I'm not gonna nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Vince McMahon is cooked. I'm just gonna say it. He's cooked. The stigma of this, he's cooked. He gotta go. He gotta go. If even half of it is true, get him out of here.
the company that they formed, I'm gonna butcher his name, so I won't say it. Him,
Him.
Dana White and Vince McMahon formed TKO.
Oh.
TKO already put out a statement saying, we are horrified by the allegations of Vince McMahon, and we are aware, and we'll be handling it internally. Which basically means, like, bro, you're just done.
He's out. Cut it.
You're
cut
so
cut
done.
it.
And then on top of that, whatever you were going to get into, like, okay, I'm going to get money from WWE, but I'll do XFL with The Rock, or I think it's going to be UFL. You know what I mean? But like nothing. You can be involved with nothing now.
They tried this already with the Arena League, and it fucking.
I don't know if XFL got with
and the XFL
Canadian League or a unify. I don't know. I know it's called UFL now, but on the brighter side of that, okay. So let's go with.
Are we shifting energy?
How do you feel? No, because I want to get into something else. So far as WWE, how do you feel about the allegations? Are you shocked at all, or
no? Not shocked. Like I said, there's been whispers and rumors for almost his entire career.
It does make me
memes. Like people have been trying to tell us for a long time, and we just weren't paying attention.
There was a meme of. Not a meme, but there was like Blythe's videos of him getting lap dances by wrestlers, but it's in storyline. Him doing a storyline where he's in love with Trish Stratus, fucking over his wife.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay, this guy who already used storylines to have girls' asses on his dick, we're shocked that he did this.
That he's a scumbag. Can you believe it?
Yeah. But when you put it like that,
man.
So yeah, it does suck. His legacy is gone. I wouldn't say the money's going to be made under the table, but it's definitely going to be like, here, dude.
Here, don't even look at me. Just take it and
go. Have somebody else pick that shit up.
Okay, send it.
So you guys are going to have a Christmas party? Nah, and the party's all going on.
Right? Well, there's somebody here, man. Just slowly.
Sorry, man. So also this week, before the other shoe fell, the other day The Rock got brought onto the board of TKO and gained access to his name, which is or his moniker, The Rock. Do you think he's going to start to do movies as The Rock, or do you think he's still going to be Dwayne Johnson?
I hope not. You've established a very solid, ridiculous career as Dwayne Johnson. You're fine.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Yeah. Maybe he'll probably do movies as Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
I thought isn't that what he did when he first came out? My brain went straight to The Rundown, and I was like, wasn't he called Dwayne The Rock Johnson in that one?
I think he was Dwayne The Rock Johnson in it, but it was like WWE were producers of that movie.
That's what I was about to ask. I couldn't remember if they were the producer or part of the production, and that's why he was able to use the name. That makes sense.
He also did the rock bottom in it, but
he did.
Yeah. He did do it. What else got brought up? Oh, that Monday Night Raw will be going to Netflix. And that deal got signed in 2025. There's people that hate it. I don't know why. Because I don't know if it takes away from live or I cut the cord, so it worked out for me.
Yeah.
And I have to not illegally stream it. So to watch it. So it freaking works out for me. But I can't see why people would hate it. But again, it's not whatever. But to sign a $5 billion deal,
hate's a weird reaction to have.
There's people that hate it. And you know what's weird? Most is they have NXT is going to the CW. SmackDown is going to USA. So this $5 billion deal is only for one of their fucking shows.
See what I mean? Vince, what the fuck? You have so much money. What are you doing?
Yeah.
That's disgusting levels of greed.
You
Disgusting.
did all that hard work, and now like all these deals are being done without you, like nothing, like like we're the next milestone. Like this is what they're gonna remember. They're not gonna remember, like WrestleMania 1. I bet the house on it. They're just gonna remember like, yeah, you did it, bro, but like now you can't be talked about. Much like sadly, Chris Benoit was an excellent wrestler, but there's always gonna like you could say that in front of a person like he's a murderer and he killed his family. It's like, okay, oh, it's all about myself. Hi everybody, we lost Mose. That was perfect timing.
I clicked the wrong button.
Yeah, it's like I'm not glorifying him doing that. I'm saying he was a great wrestler. And it's just hard. It's hard to give anybody credit that does anything. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, you can't separate it to a person that's already like, this is all I know about him. Fuck that guy. You know? Yeah. So, yeah. So, what did you think of the $5 billion deal?
I'm not going to hold you. I don't care. Yeah. I won't be watching wrestling. I haven't legit watched wrestling in quite some time. Yeah. Also, I just want to go on the record. I can hear the echo from my shit and it's pissing me off. I just want that on the record. Sorry for the echo.
Are you producing the echo? Because the speaker's right next to my, is it me?
Well, I hear an echo, so I assumed it was me.
Let me move the speaker away from the mic. It might be me. I just noticed that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was my topic. What's yours?
Oh man.
Oh shit! My camera's all fucking Blair Witch.
Mine was this Microsoft shit. Microsoft.
Are we talking about the layoffs that got brought up?
Man, and just said, you know what? Thank you for your service. Like, excuse me? That's a lot. That's a lot.
Okay, for the people that are watching, what is the information?
Oh, so lots of people woke up this morning and found out that they'd been laid off if they're employees of Activision Blizzard. A whole game got shut down. 1,900 people got laid off today.
Wow. Question: do they have a last day, or is like don't come in? You're gone.
It was all the meetings are canceled. Today's the last day. Type of thing. Just like it's, I don't know, man. Is that the way things are done at that level? Maybe is that normal? Is that typical?
I don't know.
I know I've never worked for a company at that level, so I don't really know.
I don't even know what level. In banking, we got told no matter, because there was price points and something was down 9 points on the on Wall Street or something, and then it was like, I know what you guys are seeing on the news, and we are good so far as I know. And a week later, it was you'll find out if you have a job on the 27th. And it was like the 15th, and I was like, okay.
Oh god.
So that's why it's even weirder to me that it's like you wake up, go into work, or maybe however Activision does it, maybe they work from home, I don't know, but find out you're laid off. Like, damn. I don't even know if that means severance. I don't know if that means.
I know. I can't imagine. I'm like, you wake up thinking you're going to work, and they're like, turn around. just go ahead and turn around. Like, oh wow. And then like that's your whole shit shook up.
Yeah.
And like they just dropped Call of Duty like a couple months ago, and it's doing good. So I'm just like, I knew that, like anybody knows logically when they merged with Microsoft, there were going to be redundancies, but 1,900 people, it's like 8% of their gaming workforce. And then I heard they laid off the entire physical game department because they're moving to digital only. And I was like,
oh, I don't like
an entire department and no ability to get physical copies is wild. That's wild. That's wild. So That was my thing. My mind was blown when I saw that. It was like the first thing I saw on Twitter
Yeah.
this morning. I like opened it up and it was like Microsoft lays off 1,900 people. And I was just like,
I don't like digital
first
because it
week of
takes.
the year. Like, what the fuck?
I don't like digital because yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
That's a lot. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't like a half hour to take the game that I have to put it into a memory card, and then another 2
3
hours.
to download the
I
whole
don't-
game.
Yeah.
Just for them to be able to say, we don't want to offer this on the platform anymore. This game's gone. There's your $70, and you don't even get to keep the game. $70 games, and you don't even get. They can take it away from you whenever they want. That's what a digital library is about. They can say, we're not going to have this on our platform for a while, and it's
You
just
paid
gone.
money for that.
You paid money, and they decided not to stream it anymore. You're done. Like, that's it. Excuse me? That's wild. I don't know. Times have
Yeah.
changed.
Yeah, that's not.
That's not the business.
I saw PlayStation 2 games today on my shelf, and I was even like, fuck, I should look into getting like a PlayStation 2 just to play old ass games, Gears of War on 360. Like, like I want to. I don't know. I get used in those games. I even got the game Wanted, and I want to replay it. Like it was, I don't know. There's just I don't know. Just takes you to a different time. Like when I got the old Nintendo and playing Kid Nicky and Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Like,
yeah,
you should be able to play that shit whenever you want.
I think the last physical copy I got was God of War 4. That's what made me buy my PS4. I only bought the PS4 to play God of War, and I bought the physical copy. Then, luckily, the pandemic hit. What a way to say it! Luckily, I was healthy in the pandemic. There we go. That's how you say it. Luckily, I was healthy in the pandemic, and I was able to play a shit ton of games that I have missed out on. So many good games. But the last physical copy I bought was God of War 4. Ragnarok, not Ragnarok. What's 4? I can't remember.
But even on the greatest hits, there's 1, 2, 3. Like, because I have Ragnarok, I want to play all the other ones. Like, see where he got this time, see where he got all that stuff. But oh my god! So speaking of Ragnarok, with all the doorways and stuff, it's so open world that I'm like, I need it to be like Uncharted. I need you to tell me what the next fucking thing to do is. Like,
honey, go into all them little areas and solve the puzzles and climb in the buildings and get the loot.
Just get me there.
Just DLC. I'm still saying that. Fuck that DLC. I'm so close to beating it, and I just threw the controller and walked away. I haven't played it since I downloaded it. I'm just like, fuck that. I got to. Oh my gosh, you have to start from the beginning when you die.
Wow.
I hate it.
There's a game called Crime Boss, and it's how long you live. And once you do that, you keep all your experience and the money, whatever. But you do start from day one and have to do all the fucking bullshit that you have to do.
So fucking frustrating.
It sucks. And all the storyline things and all that. Like, oh my god. Anyway, favorite 90s movie?
I was just thinking the same question. Get out of my brain, Ash. And my answer is, oh no, I'm torn. I have my favorite movie of all time that was in the 90s, and then I have my favorite 90s movie. Which one do you mean?
I say one and honorably mention the other.
Okay, so my favorite 90s movie, like, oh man, I really think of the 90s. Hang on. I just got to double check before I say it and I'll be mad. I'm going to double check.
You might get it wrong. It's your favorite, but you might get it wrong.
I got it. I'm just on the edge. I'm on the edge. My favorite, this is the 90s kind of movie, is Girl Interrupted. And that's 1999. Okay. I was right there at the edge. I was like, I'm pretty sure it was the 90s. It's right there at the end, but I just feel like everybody is their most 90s in appearance. Like Angelina Jolie is hitting peak. Winona Ryder's still real relevant. Just
Yeah.
like Brittany Murphy is in there. Very 90s for me, very 90s girl. But my honorable mention is the first movie I ever saw in movie theaters. I was 5 years old, and it's Rockadoodle. I watched that
What?
movie to this day. Rockadoodle. You don't remember Rockadoodle about Chanticleer?
Wait, is it animated?
Yes.
And it's a chicken?
Rooster.
Rooster?
Same thing.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I
love that movie.
I can tell you this. I have not thought of Rockadoodle since the 90s. Right now, do you remember when Neo asked for guns and all of a sudden these flood of guns come into the Matrix?
Yes.
That's how it went to me, like Rockadoodle.
I love that movie. I own a physical copy of that movie. I still watch it. It's
shit.
Good. It's good. It's so cute. It's so good.
There's copies of movies that I have on VHS because I have not found it on DVD. So when people come over, they think I'm just the old guy that won't throw VHS away. But if I throw it away, I won't remember that I want that movie on Blu-ray now because fuck DVD.
Yeah.
But, okay.
Okay. TV series or cartoon that you wish you could live in?
Wow.
Yeah. Have fun with that. You too, audience. Okay. TV series or cartoon?
Yeah, absolutely. It's open for comments now or when we post this. Batman the Animated Series.
Are you a goon? Because that sounds rough. Just an average guy.
No, I would want to be. God damn, there's like no cool things because either you're a rich snob.
I was like, either you're a hero or you're getting,
or you're a goon. Yeah, exactly. That's a hard fucking question. Because in my head when you asked that, it was going to be the Ninja Turtles, but I'm not down to live in a sewer.
It's pretty smelly in there. Seems pretty moldy. Seems like you'd get a disease real quick.
Also, I can't handle a rat that's this size, let alone
splinters. Like, don't touch my shit. Oh
god. With his fucking Mr. Furley robe.
Mr. Furley.
Damn, that's just. I mean, at different points in my life, I would say Dawson's Creek because I had such a huge crush on Katie Holmes.
No.
But I wouldn't want the drama.
All emotional? I don't want to wait. That's where you want to be?
I hated the song.
What?
But I mean, I loved Katie Holmes. Like,
don't disrespect Paula Cole. We not.
No. She had. It's the same reason I loved Ellie Sheedy in Breakfast Club. Sometimes your character is attractive more than the one that's the pretty one. Like everybody's trying for Michelle Williams, but it's like, why are we? No, this girl's coming into your room at midnight just to talk about like movies. Come on.
No disrespect to Ellie Sheedy. No disrespect, but ain't no goddamn way we're picking Ellie Sheedy over Molly Ringwald in Breakfast Club. You're out of your fucking mind.
What?
You are out of your mind, sir. Ain't nobody passing up on Claire and them ginger curls. Be quiet.
Oh no, we're tripping. Okay, listen,
Claire, it's a
party people. If
on.
we've ever asked for comments, which we appreciate all of them, who would you, guys, girls, who would you choose? I mean, clearly, even guys would choose Judd Nelson. So I'm sure there's some people that would choose
Judd Nelson. Correct.
There's some people that would choose Emilio, but for the most part, they go for John Bender. But so far as Ellie Sheedy and Molly Ringwald, well, Ellie Sheedy before she turned into the little pink dot that she turns into at the end. No, you just made her worse. No. So it's gonna be goth. No. Emo,
it's
even
not
whatever.
Even goth. She was not even remotely goth.
Yeah, the basket case Ellie Sheedy versus Molly Ringwald. if you're watching, please leave a comment. If you're not, if you posted it and later on, please, we're gonna go 1-on-1. And if I win, Ali Sheedy.
Now we doing what? Now there's stakes.
Yeah, we're doing this.
Now there's
because that's okay. If I win in the votes, Mose, one show, limit is 3. But anytime I say take a shot, you have to take a shot in the show. But limit is 3.
The limit is 3. 3 shots. So now I gotta have bottles of liquor in my house.
Oh my god!
No. Whatever shall I do?
Even if it's your mixed drink and you have to take it whenever. Nope, you have to take the drink anytime I say. I know, okay. I heard it.
If I get the votes, if everyone comes to their senses and votes for Molly Ringwald, you got
everybody goes.
You got to do a little dance whenever I say.
You got it, because I'll take the shots anyway. I will do a little dance whenever
you're gonna be drinking shots regardless, so it doesn't affect you.
I'll do the little dance.
You got to do a little dance.
Okay, I will go with what is your favorite scary movie?
Oh, okay. So to be fair, I'm not a huge scary movie person. It's not that I have a problem with being scared, and I don't, it's just that I'd rather watch people fight and stuff like I'd rather watch action or I'd rather laugh. So I'm not prone to horror movies. So I'll say the scary movie that fucked me up the most was House on Haunted Hill. Fucked me up. I had to sleep with the hall light on.
Is it PG-13?
Is it? No, can't be. With the shit they was in there doing, I felt like I saw titties too.
Oh shit! What's the name of that movie? Just kidding. That's every scary movie. My favorite scary movie is Scream. I'm not a scary movie guy. The anxiety that I get when the person walks in the room and it's gonna be all like Dragon when he's starting to carve the guy's head, easy. I'm good.
Ooh, Red Dragon.
When it's walking to the room, there's a hanging girl all of a sudden, just that drops in the room, like Conjuring or something. Yeah, I'm out. It's the anticipation. Just like Supreme Scream. Have you been to Knott's Berry Farm?
Of course.
It's not the drop, because I could do free fall.
It's the build up.
It's the exactly. I'm out. And that's exactly what they want you to do. And half the time it's the neighbor being like, "Hi, George," and it's but the build up is
jump scares are corny. Jump scares. If your movie is relying on jump scares to be scary, you're corny. House on Haunted Hill fucked me up because I believe that evil, leftover rage, can exist in a place. And so I can only imagine what was happening to people in mental institutions once upon a time in America. I don't even want to fathom some of the things people had to suffer through because of the evils that can exist on this fucking planet. And when you're talking about haunted spirits and mental institutions, hell no. That gets me. And like that movie 13 Ghosts really fucked me up as a kid, because the idea of fighting a ghost, how do you fight you can't fight it. How do you stop a ghost? How do you stop one? It's a fucking ghost. It's doing whatever it wants.
What you just said right now was the equivalent of Scary Movie 2 when the girl's getting a dick in the mouth. How do you fight a ghost? Exactly. How are you going to stop a ghost from? Yeah, you're.
What was she supposed to do? You can't fight that. So it's just damn,
you can't fight that. Not going back to Vince McMahon, but anyway.
Ooh, cold.
Allegedly, but so we can't get sued. All right. So I went to a house and we were only going to give out candy. I go in to one of the rooms, and all of a sudden, this guy is sitting down, and this fucking cinder block lands on him.
Oh
like
gosh.
from high up. Like I didn't know what the fuck it was. It was like one of these faces of death kind of things, and I was like, "Oh, dude,
I gotta go.
that
Guys.
like fucked me up." Like I can't even stand when on Instagram all of a sudden like there's a beheading or there's a this, and I'm like,
Mm,
"What the fuck is like? How does this make it past
yeah,
anything?"
I know what you mean.
Yeah, and
Messy,
it's
messy,
always late at
messy,
night.
messy.
These
Yeah,
motherfuckers, fuck you.
he's talking
Anyway,
to you guys. He's talking to you weirdos.
yeah, like why are you posting that shit? Anyway, but yeah, so it's another reason I don't like scary movies because like whatever, like just reminds me of that. Like it just kept me away from that world.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, that's why scary. That's why it's scary movie, which is no, not scary movie. That's a scary movie.
You
Scream.
said scary movie. You said
Um,
Scream.
yeah. Um, all right, yours.
Favorite Saturday morning cartoon.
I don't even know if it was Saturday morning though, because because there
Mm.
was like Saved by the Bell, OG status,
Uh, Miss
California
Miss
Dreams.
Bliss with Miss Bliss.
Oh my God, Miss Bliss. Yeah,
Miss
I remember
Bliss.
Belding, but Miss Bliss is like the earlier. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. The fucking A, because when I think of not Saturday morning cartoons, I
Mhm.
think of my GI Joe, Ninja Turtles, Transformers. Like I did wake up at an early ass time, and I got to see like 3 or 4 cartoons before we had to go to. I had to go to school.
Mhm.
Um, so I don't. I think Smurfs, Snorkels, Gummy Bears.
Snorkels. Just
You don't
snorks. Just snorks.
Snorks. I'm sorry, Snorks.
Snorkels.
You have to remember, I'm 1,000 years older than you. But
Oh,
yes,
every
Snorks.
time.
But I don't remember like if they put Ninja Turtles on that. Maybe He-Man. I'll go with He-Man. But I will tell you this: there's a lot of
Mm.
characters in He-Man that I was like, I don't remember a guy that's all made of plants or mulch.
I don't remember too much. I'm not gonna lie, He-Man is back
Yeah,
there. It's like He-Man
yeah,
is definitely 80s, and I was born in the middle of those, so I didn't get that much
yeah.
He-Man. But by the time I got to the Ninja Turtles game, it was in the lineup of like Ninja Turtles, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, Street Sharks, Biker
Oh
Mice
my
from
God, Street
Mars.
Sharks. Yeah,
It was like Street Sharks, Biker Mice from Mars. It was like in that crew. And then you had the one Saturday morning, which was like
I know.
Reboot, Recess, Reboot, like the Weekenders. What was the fucking caveman cartoon? Not he wasn't a caveman. He just was a dude that was living in prehistoric times. What was that?
Was it Captain Caveman?
Wasn't Captain Caveman. I know
Okay,
Captain Caveman. No,
and Son.
not no, it was definitely on ABC. And then you had Fox. They had their own line. Like there's so many lineups because Fox had
Yeah.
Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And
Oh, I was way
really,
out by that.
and
Yeah.
like it had all the Spider-Man. each
I
channel
remember
had
Spider-Man.
a lineup. Then I didn't get Nickelodeon until later in the game. So I missed a lot of Saturday morning Nickelodeon. But Nickelodeon was the one you watched after
You
school.
ever see the Amanda Show?
Are you the Amanda Bynes show? Yes.
Yeah. I'm Lobster number 2.
What?
Yeah.
Shout out to Lobster number 2, ladies and gentlemen.
Anytime you see the lobster do the robot, that's me. Bring in the dancing lobsters.
Bring in
Yeah.
the dancing lobsters.
Yeah, that was me.
That's fucking hilarious. You're famous. You're famous.
No.
Not at all, actually.
Clearly, I had to tell you who I was.
Damn. Well, at least you were on the TV as a dancing
Yeah,
lobster.
I was on the TV. Now who's old?
You were on the TV. At least you was on the thing.
Favorite? Oh, you might be too young for this, but favorite Sega Genesis game?
No, I'm just
Too young?
kidding. No, I played Sonic. I only ever played Sonic the Hedgehog on Sega. Sorry. I was a Nintendo gal.
Oh, okay, okay. It's
I had
like
a Sega
showing.
Saturn. I had a Sega, not a Sega Saturn. I had a Sega Game Gear. Now that I
Yeah,
played all
yeah,
the
me
time.
too.
I had the
Yeah,
Game
me too.
Gear, and it
Yeah.
took 8 fucking batteries for it to run. 8 AA batteries. 4 on each screen because it comes, it's handheld like this, and there's the screen. 4 on each side of that bitch. And
Yeah.
that's what it took. Or you had to plug in this massive AC adapter, and you had to sit right next to the wall so you could.
Or that weird fucking magnifying glass thing that tried to make it.
Yes,
Yeah.
trying to make it bigger.
I will
Oh
say
man,
this before phones, like that thing would be awesome to be on a plane, on a drive. Like it kept
all
you the
right,
fucking
hell yeah,
it shut you the fuck up as a
it
kid.
did. And
Yeah.
then Sega, the Game Gear didn't get the praise it deserved because it had a color screen right out the
Yeah.
gate. It came with the color screen that lit up bright right out the gate. You didn't need all that extra shit like you did for your little Game Boy. But Game
It's
Boy had
sad.
so the end.
It's sad too because in those times, God, I sound old. You'll play the same game every single
Over and
day.
over, over and
Oh,
over.
oh yeah. Now it's like, oh my God, I'm gonna go on
I finish
vacation in
one
March.
done.
I'm already thinking of the games I have to buy.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna play it once and boop. I'm not gonna touch it again. That's sad.
I'm on a part in GTA 5, and then I told you how I feel about Ragnarok. I'm like, fucking, I don't even know if I'm going
Hey, have
forward,
a
backward.
story to follow. Just follow the story.
It does. Okay. Oh, do you? Oh, the part where you're boating with your kid and you're
Yeah.
going to different landmarks or
Yeah.
different little parts where you can land. I got there,
Mm-hmm.
and then it doesn't just say like, hey, go to these planet Hoth
Yes.
or
Gives you
go
clues.
to the desert. It just like
Gives you some hints and you kind of figure it out. That's
yeah,
true. That's true.
yeah.
For that
Like I don't know if I'm going to a part
yeah.
where like
Yeah, that's what I mean. Okay.
yeah. Who went last?
I did.
Okay.
Saturday morning
You want to go one more? One and one?
Okay, go. Yes, you're
Okay.
next. Last one each. There we go.
Most embarrassing high school memory.
Eek. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the high school I went to, we would have these rallies called Renaissance rallies. And
Yeah.
anybody who's from the IE will know what I'm talking about. We had these Renaissance rallies. And when you were seniors, the seniors would do like as they were getting closer to graduating, they'd do these little like fucking wheelbarrow race type games and shit where we challenged the teachers. And there was one where there was a jump roping, and I just was like, I want to do the jump rope. Doesn't matter what happens, you do whatever you want, but I'm doing the jump rope. Nobody asked me to participate. I forced myself in, and I'm doing the jump rope. And then we get in front of everyone. And here's the thing with jump rope. Like some people will jump rope and they can just do boop, 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 and they're fine. And then some of us have to go boop, boop, boop to do the jump. And I tried to do the single jump. And anyway, eventually the rope got tangled in my feet, and I fucked up our time in the relay race. And everybody was like, I want to do the jump rope for like 3 days. I just insisted that I do the jump rope, and they're like, God damn it, Amber. I was like, in front of everybody. Nobody even asked me. I volunteered. I want to do the jump rope.
I went to a private school.
What? I would have never guessed that. I would have never guessed that.
I went to a private school. I'll give you one more. I graduated as valedictorian.
No.
I know.
No. Ashford. Good for you. Dweeb.
Okay, here's my embarrassing moment. I went to a private school. I won't say names. The but the private school offered it wasn't a daycare per se. It was supposed to be like study hall.
Oh, child, I thought you meant an actual
So,
daycare, like for kids. My high
well,
school had an actual daycare. That's why I was like, oh, wow.
okay. At the time, I wasn't in high school yet. I was 6th or 7th grade. But it was one of those schools where you go from this grade to this grade. They turned into just high school because they weren't getting enough people that wanted to go from junior high. But they offered junior high courses up until there wasn't a demand for that. Fuck, this is gonna be bad. Okay, I was class clown, which shocked a lot of fucking people that I ended up being the valedictorian. My grades reflected it, but our study hall was basically doing our homework and copying off of my friend Ken.
Hi, Ken.
Hi, Ken. All right, before all of that, it was me, this dude, again, I don't want to give out names because I don't know where this podcast may end up in the future, and a girl. Now, the guy, I'm very sheltered. I was raised by my mom. Even if I checked out a girl in front of my mom, it would be, she was like, slap me across the chest, like, respect. Okay.
Oh, goodness.
So the guy during our daycare was basically us watching ourselves. Was trying to get the girl to take down her pants to show her hoo-hoo. She didn't want to do it, so the guy said, all right, well, I'll do it. No, wait for the embarrassing part for myself. The guy said, I'll do it. Jumped on the ping pong table. Is jumping on the ping pong table, and this is to convince the girl to do. This sounds bad, but it sounds creepier than it is. It's
I don't know.
Promise. Nothing happened. As this guy is jumping up and down, and emphasis on what I'm doing, the teacher walks in to where it looks like her and I are watching fucking Thunder Down Under. And I was like, oh, wait, I'm not a part of this.
I just walked in the room.
Her into it, and I'm just being quiet because in my little head, I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to see a girl. Like, I wasn't paying attention. I was going to come up, no pun intended, but I was going to come up on seeing a girl. But I ended up seeing was a boy jumping half naked on a fucking ping pong table and getting caught by a teacher walking in to where it looks like I'm watching the shit.
Wow. I know y'all got wrote the fuck up because yikes. Y'all should have got wrote up for trying to convince that girl to do stuff. Y'all are weirdos.
I wasn't all, yeah. No, come on.
You tried to get something by proxy. He's the one asking, not me.
Yeah, exactly.
Try to get something by proxy.
12, 13, I don't know what I was, but like, come on, man. Again, raised by my mother, so like, no this, no that. Anytime somebody's making out on TV, you're not gonna watch. Like, my mom was very. So.
Oh damn!
What was I gonna do? I'm not gonna rat anybody out. It was gonna happen. But again, I wasn't all like, yeah, like not at all. I was all fucking. In my head, I was like, oh, I gotta see you, bro. If I leave, I bring attention to it because why are you leaving the room that you guys are all supposed to be in? There was nothing I could do. And on top of it, I didn't get to see nothing. But it was awesome because I will always have that memory of it was. I see Chandler in my head from Friends, like I'm not enjoying any of it, and I'm getting caught for it. You know what I mean?
Chandler from Friends, I see.
Yeah.
Chandler Bong, that's you?
Chandler Bong. It sucks because every like 3 or 4 episodes, it's like, by the way, don't forget Chandler's dead. Like, fuck. Like it
Damn.
just puts a downer
That's
on what
right.
I'm
He
doing.
did die last year. Oh, damn. I forgot about that.
Because
Yikes.
I'll watch The Office all day. I'll watch Seinfeld, but it's on in the background so that something's happening and it makes my day go quicker. But every like 4 or 5 episodes of Friends, it's like, hey, you know how you're laughing? Don't forget. Like, fuck.
Gary's dead, guys. He's dead.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Thank you for
It
reminding
does.
us.
It kind of like puts a downer on the next episode that I'm going to watch.
Man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, your last one.
Last one. Favorite intro song. TV show, cartoon, favorite intro.
Okay. It's a dead weight tie. OG X-Men.
Of course. That's a given.
Batman animated series.
Those are two great choices. Doom, 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 doom. Yeah, that shit didn't need to go that hard. That was a cartoon for kids. It did not need to.
Like two different vibes, but it all makes sense.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know. It was, and then when on Instagram or something, when you see like some metal player playing the song all fucking perfect and making it sound even better than what we were listening to, it's like, that's awesome.
Oh, I'm going with Captain Planet. Because it had like that.
Power is yours.
Had the rap at the end. We're the Planeteers. You can be one too. Because saving our planet is the thing to do. Oh, man. Classic. Captain Planet.
That sounds boardroom.
What?
That sounds boardroom, meaning, you know what we should do at the end?
They definitely
rap.
It's a focus group in here. What do you guys think of this?
Exactly. It sounds like that. Like what we talk about, like half of these movies that we say or we make fun of, like somebody said, you know, imagine Wolverine is played by fucking Harry Potter. Like that's still going. Like, come on, why?
Because
why do we need that?
He's the
like,
right height. He can grow mutton chops.
Harry Potter as fucking Nightcrawler would be dope.
He's too short for Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler is not a huge guy. If you saw the game, he's hunched over half the time.
He is hunched over a lot, but it seems like they started drawing him taller. But my runner-up is Magic School Bus. Come on, Magic School Bus.
I never watched it.
What?
But I'm familiar with it, with the memes of like, the next time you take a shot, remember like the Magic School Bus could be in you right now.
Facts. They were going right up your butt. They're in your butt right now. So ridiculous, but not wrong. Miss Frizzle was wild. She take them kids anywhere. Shit. Oh boy, when the redhead boy, what was his name? Fred? No, I feel like it's Frank. Fred. He got so fucking fed up. They were on Pluto. He just took his helmet off. He said, "I can't take it anymore." Took his helmet off and instantly froze. He was like, "Fuck this, I'm out." He said, "I'm tired of you, Miss Frizzle. I just want to go to class."
That happened?
Yes. He takes his helmet off and he freezes. But of course they thaw him out and he just ends up with a cold, which, you know, is not how it works. But he just was like, "I'm doing it." He took his helmet off. They were on Pluto. Homie just instant froze.
You know what kind of introduced me to what it happens in space is like, one, when Leia gets exploded and she goes into space. And two, fucking Star-Lord. When he starts to freeze or whatever. And I was like, that's two different things. So clearly that's what happens in space.
Clearly.
I didn't learn that in fucking high school. I learned that on the movie.
Movies. I know I'm going to freeze and crack like porcelain. It's like being dipped in liquid nitrogen. That's what I equated to. Like you take it off and it's like you get hit with cold, like liquid nitrogen. And then your skin is like.
Yeah, because all I ever knew was
crack open, everything's frozen.
All I knew was you can't breathe. And that was the extent of it.
I've seen some of the face expands and the head explodes. Which one is it?
Oh, shit.
Do you freeze or does your head explode? Either way, I don't want to do it.
Yeah, I'm good.
So when they say, let's get ready to move to Mars, I'm gonna be like, how bad is it on Earth? If a bunch of y'all leave, will the rest of us make it?
For the rest of us,
because I'm not
do you
going.
guys remember how you hate wearing masks?
Right?
Now imagine wearing that other shit.
Gotta wear a whole body
Fuck
suit
you.
every day. No, thank you.
America, wear a mask. Fuck you. Like, god damn it. Just wear a mask, bro. All right. This has been Comix. This has just been a discussion. Esteban was supposed to host today. We did want to put content for you guys together. So Mose came up with the idea to basically learn more about us. So we came up with little favorite things and a couple of topics that in a week might be a fucking
intimacy
garbage fire. So right now it's what's happening. Also, Mose tried to make it seem like it was two guys like, hey, so you want to get, it was not at all.
I tried to see like I wasn't like, hey, I got an idea.
Hey, so
the old girl over there
rolling out condom. Like, come on, man, I was 12.
So leave me alone, please.
But yeah, so Mose, you want to sign us off?
Okay, this has been Comix Podcast, an intimate encounter with Amber and Ash. And I don't go by Amber. I don't know why I said that. Mose and Ash. I got too comfortable with Mose and Ash. Oh, man. I mean, maybe we'll throw a couple more of these in every now and again. People get busy. Folks get lives. But we don't want to miss out on being able to chat with folks and enjoying each other's company. So again, thank you to all the subscribers. Thank you to all of our followers. Thank you to anybody that tuned in live. Future thank you to anybody watching on YouTube. Thank you
to Christine Garland for our like.
Yay, we just got one. Yay. Thank you for the likes. And remember, we are Comix and we are everywhere.
Thank you, everybody. Good night.
Good night.